For an event some years ago, I was asked to provide a description of agility, and I chose the metaphor of a guided missile as opposed to a rocket. In the case of a rocket, we calculate our direction and trajectory up front, and based on the accuracy of our sums, we hit or we miss our target. Assuming that our target is static and we have good experience, that's very efficient. However, once we launch, if our target moves or we decide that we should not have launched, we're at a disadvantage. So step up the guided missile. These are more expensive, of course, but even in flight, we still have the opportunity to stop or redirect them. Unlike the rocket, we maintain some level of control and choice until the last moment. And while that definition is rather crude, that's all that agility is. In the pursuit of some goal, being agile simply means that we give ourselves appropriate opportunity to make changes along the way. Easy, right? Well, yes. This kind of activity is entirely human. When we visit a country for the first time, we remain open to changing travel plans. When an organisation's leadership invests in an acquisition or sets some new strategy, they monitor progress and adapt. If half our employees are taken sick, we adjust. The difficult bit is making a judgment about how agile to be. In rapidly changing environments, and those with limited upfront information like PR, advertising, the creation of new products, say, we're likely to need plenty of opportunity to adapt, and to adapt quickly. A fixed upfront plan here is unlikely to age well, and we could end up with little to show. But in more static or known environments, like completing a standard build on a laptop, manufacturing more of the same cars, or launching something very similar to a current offering, we probably need to adapt less. We could set ourselves up to be very flexible, but doing so will waste money on observation, discussion and analysis that we just don't need to do. Crucially, however, there's a big overlap in these situations, at least in our ability to know whether or not something is changeable. So we shouldn't ever set this out as a binary choice, agile or not, right or wrong. I find it much more useful to consider agility as a sliding scale. In other words, how flexible do we think we should set ourselves up to be given the situation that we currently face?